If you wish to be a successful value investor, it is important to understand and overcome certain human tendencies that act as an obstruction to take the right decision. Many of you might feel that these biases won't affect your investing decision. So, before moving forward, check out this amazing video by Daniel Simons and count how many times the players wearing white passes the ball. The correct answer is 16 passes. But did you spot the gorilla? Some of you might have spotted it, but did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game? Now let's rewind and watch it again. Here comes the gorilla, and here goes the player, and that's the curtain changing its color. This is an example of selective attention where our brain automatically filters out what it thinks unimportant. Similarly, while investing also, our brain may miss out on some important parameters which might affect our investment decision. So it's necessary that we are aware of these mental ailments and make better decisions. We have already read about some biases in the chapter. In this video, we will be dealing with some more prevalent biases. First is the availability bias, where people overstate the importance of information they have and they tend to make decisions based on that. Like after the terrorist attack of 9/11, people of USA had the image of plane crashing into buildings and causing deaths. This information was available to them and it was in their minds, so people chose to drive instead of flying. As a result, an additional 2,170 people who would have otherwise flown lost their lives in car accidents. In this bias, your brain tends to act on the information which is easily available to you. So, in the course of making an investment decision while reading an annual report of the company, suppose you find that company holds third largest market share of a certain product. Now you might get very impressed by this fact and invest in the company, only to find out later that company has lost its position as second market leader and is thus holding the third position. Or you might get too tempted by high historical returns provided by mutual fund and overlook certain other important parameters like increasing expense ratios or resignation of a fund manager, etc. Thus, while acting upon any information, make sure that you have looked up for contradicting facts. Next is the loss aversion bias. It is the general tendency of the people to avoid losses than obtaining gains. Now, let us understand this with an example. Suppose I offer you to choose between receiving 5 lakh rupees upfront with no risk or a 40% chance of receiving 10 lakh rupees. Most of you will opt for the first option as there is no risk and you will get 5 lakh rupees in your bank account. Now, what if you have an option of losing rupees 5 lakh right away or a 40% chance of losing rupees 10 lakh? This time, most people would opt for the second option and thus tend to take more risk in order to avoid losses. And this is the reason investors tend to hold on the loss-making investments as they refuse to sell off at a price lower than the purchase price and they keep hoping that they will make profit. But in reality, they increase their losses. Like, say for example, if you need rupees 1 lakh urgently, which investment are you more likely to sell? An investment of rupees 2 lakh in a mutual fund which is currently trading at rupees 1 lakh or an investment of 75,000 which is currently trading at rupees 1 lakh. Most of us are more likely to book profits rather than to book losses and thus sell our profit making investment, while rationally it might be possible that this investment of 75,000 has the capability to move up to rupees 3 lakh, or this investment of rupees 2 lakh might go as low as rupees 50,000. Thus, an investor must analyze the situation carefully and should not be afraid of getting out of bad deals. It is okay to accept some losses in order to protect your portfolio from a bigger downfall. Next, coming on to the gambler's fallacy, where investors tend to see a pattern even when none exist. Let us understand this by tossing a coin. Say you get heads. Let's toss it again. It's a heads again. Now, what do you think we will get if we toss it again? Some might feel that since we are consistently getting heads, this time we are certain to get tails. Or some might even feel that since we are getting heads, the next outcome is also going to be heads. But in reality, the probability to get a heads or tails is same as 50%, irrespective of the previous outcomes. Similarly, when the price of a certain share make new highs for 3 consecutive days, investors might think that market will correct the fourth day and sell shares. While in reality, if the company has a sustainable moat and appropriate fundamentals, it won't fail to generate wealth. Similarly, if certain funds of a mutual fund house perform well, some might observe a pattern here and argue that all the funds would do well, or some might argue that new fund would not do so well because all funds are doing well. But in reality, you cannot judge a mutual fund on the basis of the performance of other mutual funds of the same house. Each one has to be evaluated independently. Now, there is one kind of bias that can be really useful to the mutual fund investors. It is the status quo bias. Now, this is the opposite of to do something bias, where people tend to react to every news. In this status quo bias, people tend to sit back and relax in their comfort zone. That means if you are using a certain soap or if you are using a certain cream, you keep on using it, even though there are better options out there. Similarly, investors may tend to ignore their portfolio once they have invested. Here, investors might also ignore some very attractive opportunities around them. But how can it be useful? If you have to invest rupees 5,000 every month, it can be difficult. You might forget some months, or sometimes you can run short of money. But if you start a SIP and a certain amount is automatically deducted from your bank account, then owing to status quo bias, investors would not actively want to change it. In this way, you could save some amount automatically and plan your goals accordingly.